That is a fascinating, dream match-up between two all-time greats with very distinct styles. A prime Canelo Alvarez versus a prime Roberto Duran is a classic contest of crafty pressure versus elite counterpunching. To analyze who would win, we need to consider the weight, their prime styles, and key factors. The prime matchup. Key factors. Since Duran's greatest weight was lightweight 135 pounds, and Canelo's prime lies between light middleweight 154 pounds, and super middleweight 168 pounds, the fairest hypothetical weight class for both would be light middleweight 154 pounds, or perhaps a catchweight around that mark, as Duran successfully fought at welterweight 147 pounds and won a title at light middleweight 154 pounds. Factor Roberto. Manos de Piedra. Duran prime lightweight welterweight, Canelo Alvarez prime light middleweight. Style ferocious, highly skilled technical brawler and pressure fighter. Excellent defense through head movement and bobbing, weaving. Patient, defense first elite counter puncher and combination puncher. Exceptional head movement and body attack. Punching power phenomenal, especially at lightweight welterweight. Earned the nickname, Hands of Stone, for his crippling, heavy hands. Very strong, heavy hands, especially a destructive body puncher. Excellent one-punch knockout power. Defense world class, using aggression and footwork to control range, and utilizing fantastic head and upper body movement to slip shots. Elite, with a focus on shoulder roll head movement and guarding up to bait shots, then countering hard. Work rate extremely high, constant, suffocating pressure and punch output, especially in his lightweight prime. Economical and disciplined. Selects his spots carefully, focusing on accuracy and power over volume. Stamina legendary, especially at lightweight, going 15 rounds with Hearns and Hagler later in his career. Very good, but his economical style sometimes leads to lulls in action or fatigue in the very late rounds against high-volume opponents. The analysis. How the fight plays out. This fight is a true clash of wills and styles. Duran's advantages. Pressure and volume. Relentless pressure. A prime Duran at 154 pounds would swarm Canelo, trying to cut off the ring and force him to fight off the ropes. Canelo is not a runner, so he'd be in the pocket often, which is Duran's world. Inside fighting. Duran's rugged, technical inside game clinching, roughing up, and delivering short, powerful shots is an area where he could frustrate and wear down Canelo. Stamina volume. Duran's sheer volume and ability to fight hard for 12 or 15 rounds, if it were a 15-round era fight, would constantly test Canelo's defense and stamina. Canelo's advantages. Power and precision. Counter-punching. Canelo's prime comes against fighters who try to apply pressure, making him one of the best counter-punchers in the sport. Duran's aggressive, forward-moving style is tailor-made for Canelo's sharp counters and devastating uppercuts body shots. Body attack. Canelo's consistent, soul-crushing body work is arguably the best of his generation. This would be crucial in slowing down the high-volume, perpetual motion machine that was Duran. Physical size sturdiness. Even if the fight is at 154 pounds, Canelo is naturally a bigger, sturdier fighter who started his career higher than Duran. This physical strength would help him absorb Duran's shots and hold his ground in the trenches. Elite defense. While Duran is a master of slipping and weaving, Canelo's head movement behind a tight guard is exceptionally difficult to penetrate clean. Duran would land his share, but Canelo is capable of neutralizing enough of the pressure to win rounds with the harder, cleaner counters. The fight scenario. Duran would have great success early, overwhelming Canelo with speed and volume, possibly banking the first few rounds. As the fight progresses into the middle and late rounds, 7 to 12, Canelo's greater power and the accumulative effect of his body shots would start to take their toll. Canelo would begin to consistently land the harder, fight-defining shots, breaking Duran's momentum and winning the championship rounds to seal the decision. It would be an absolute war, but Canelo's precision, power, and ability to counter aggression would give him the narrow edge.